Parliament has censured Scott Morrison for his secret Ministries issue. One lone Liberal crossed the floor to support the Labor-led condemnation, while another, whose portfolio was taken by Mr Morrison, abstained.
A vote never seen before in the Parliament's 121-year history.
Ayes 86, noes 50.
A former Prime Minister censured by the House of Representatives.
The fact that it has become so necessary constitutes a profoundly sad moment, but to ignore it would be to be complicit in saying, well, that was okay.
Scott Morrison has been condemned for his pandemic power play. 5 portfolios seized without telling Cabinet, the Parliament or the public.
I have no intention now, Mr Speaker, of submitting to the political intimidation of this government.
The former PM rose to defend his legacy.
I do not apologise for taking action, especially prudent redundancy action in a national crisis.
Doubling down on the decision to swear himself in as Health and Finance Minister in 2020.
I do not resolve from these decisions and believe them entirely necessary.
But admitting regret for going further in 2021, assuming Treasury, Home Affairs and Resources.
I now consider that these decisions in hindsight were unnecessary.
Debate in the chamber lasted 3 hours.
The member for Cook in doing this did not just fall below the standards expected. He undermined them, he rejected them, he attacked them.
You can't hold a minister to account if you don't know who the minister is.
I don't believe this motion is necessary.
Coalition colleagues provided political cover for their former leader, embracing him as the majority of Parliament sought to admonish him. But one lone Liberal would not.
This House has the right to be informed of the appointments. The people of Australia had the right to be informed.
Frequent floor crosser Bridget Archer voting against her former leader.
I do not accept any of the explanations put forward by the former Prime Minister for his actions, and I'm deeply disappointed by the lack of genuine apology.
Having previously called for Mr Morrison to quit the Parliament, Shadow Home Affairs Minister Karen Andrews was more muted and abstained from the vote. Despite her fury months ago learning Mr Morrison had assumed Home Affairs, she took aim at Labor instead. I expected Labor to milk this, and that is exactly what they did. This was never about fixing the problem, but a political stunt. The almost unanimous show of support publicly by coalition colleagues for Scott Morrison belies the fact that privately it's hard to find almost one MP willing to back what he did. Even those once the closest to him, like Josh Frydenberg, have branded it extreme overreach.
Had I been asked about these matters at the time, at the numerous press conferences I held, I would have responded truthfully about the arrangements.
If only he was asked. It's just beyond comprehension.
For Anthony Albanese, it's been a political gift in his first 6 months in office.
I'm always smiling.
And with Parliament pausing for the Christmas break, the opposition hopes the focus will return to the cost of living pressures facing families over the festive season.
Merry Christmas.
Trudy McIntosh, Sky News, Canberra.